Hello, welcome to episode 410 of Prog Review. And today I'm talking about this new Anthony Phillips box set, which is Private Parts and Pieces 1 to 4. Though it's got a fifth disc inside. Yes, I even got a little signed postcard from Mr. Phillips. It says he's still soldiering on. Hope you enjoy the extra material. All the best, AP Anthony Phillips. Anthony Phillips. I don't know if you know him. We've spoken about him before. He was one of the founding guitarists in Genesis, Saturday Genesis. Left after Trespass and has had a career kind of doing music ever since, but often overlooked. He's had his standard. Yeah, his career is divided up between library music, standard albums, and these private parts and pieces collections. They're not albums per se, but they are albums. How do I put it? They're like little bits. They're like little bits of music that Anthony Phillips has worked on, and he puts them on these compilations, the private parts and pieces. Some of the actual albums in the series are proper albums, but they are compiled of little disparate pieces of music. I know it sounds off-putting, but it's not. It's really good. So I was really pleased when this box set came out. It comes with a great booklet explaining in depth all the tracks per album and who played on what and whatnot. And I'm going to run through the albums. And the battery light is flashing. Of course it is, because I forgot to charge it. First one up, Private Parts and Pieces 1. It's all instrumental, mainly guitar and 12 string. Very, very pleasant stuff. I've many memories of the album, because I had the albums of these back in the day, because I had them for cheap at Tower Records and places like that, so I bought a lot of them up, and I used to sit there with the missus listening to these on repeat, and got lots of good memories of it. It's not for everyone, because it is, like I say, it's all instrumental guitar music, but I've got a lot of fondness for it, so and I like the homespun nature of it, because there are rough bits. You can hear the cricket on in one of the tracks, and there's some. Reaper is one of my favourite track off of that one, and they got some great names like Tibetan Yak Music and Field of Eternity. That's another good one. Private Parts and Pieces 2. The first section of it is more traditional. The Scottish Suite, and you have actually Andy McCulloch of King Crimson on drums, and Amrite Rutherford on bass on those things, and then the album goes back to its normal thing of little snippets, magical. I like them. They're like little magical gems that he puts on albums. It's just really fond of this stuff. It's not for everyone, but if you listen to it again, if you're a guitarist or somebody who plays, you listen to this stuff, and I just find it really interesting. I find it really interesting how he comes up with the ideas, and again he messes around with backwards guitars and all sorts of stuff. One of the more traditional records is the third one, Private Parts and Pieces 3 Antiques, which he recorded with Enrique Barro Garcia, and again it's a lovely collection of guitars, instrumentals, 12-string, 6-string guitar, it's another lovely album. Not for everyone. You've got to like that type of music. Number 4, Catch of the Tables. Again, another personal favourite of mine. You have the introduction of a drum machine. There is a drum machine on this one. The Arboretum Suite has some nice bits on it. One of my favourite songs actually is Lights on the Hill. I really do like that one, because you really hear Anthony Phillips playing. He's just I think he's a fantastic guitar player. And Bouncer is another favourite of mine. And this you get some bonus tracks as well, which wasn't on the original vinyl album. And then finally we get this collection, Private Parts and Extra Pieces, And again, I wonder where he gets all this stuff from, because there's loads of little bits of music, and it's all fascinating to listen to. And there's bits of old songs like variation of Old Father Time, Lullaby, which he done, Sistine, alternate piano version, Moonshooter piano. And yeah, so it's you just go, oh wow, he's got even more stuff to show us. The box set I think is about £30. If you haven't got the albums, it's a really good way of getting them all in one go. If you've had the albums, I don't know if it's worth rebuying them. I mean, it's nice to have them in a little box, I suppose, and it's the extra disc is nice, but is it worth the £30? You see, I don't know. I don't have these on CD. I have them on vinyl, so for me it was a no-brainer to get them. So I don't have that issue. Again, it's not going to be for everybody because it is, like I say, a collection of oddities, and but there is just so much music there. And Andy Phillips, for me, is one of the great hidden talents of Genesis, and it's a shame more people don't get to hear his music, and that's why I'm doing this video. So you go and buy a copy of this, whether you like it or not, because he truly is a great guitarist. A lot better than the other fella, I believe. Much better 12-string and nylon player. And it's a shame that he hasn't had the recognition he deserves. I'm a thorough Andy Phillips champion. Of all the people in Genesis, it's Gabriel and Anthony Phillips and Steve Hackett. They're my ones in that order. And again, I can only implore you to check out his music. If you haven't already checked out Geese and the Ghost, go and get that one. And when you've got that, go and get this, and you'll go, wow, what an amazing musician, because he truly is. In terms of a rating, I'm going to be completely and utterly biased. I'm going to give it 5 private parts out of 5. That's 5 private parts out of 5, because I can and I will. And I can't wait for the next collection. I'd like to hope that they do a whole series of these little boxes, because there are loads of these. I think he's done about 11? I should know, but I haven't got Wikipedia open at the moment. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, please do give it a go. My name's Darren Locke. I'll be talking about Andy Phillips' Private Parts and Pieces 1 to 4 box set out on Esoteric Records. It's got a great booklet with lots of material written by Jonathan Dan, and yeah, it's really cool. And that's it. Now go, fly, order it. I'll put a link in the description so you can get it from our buddies at Amazon. All right then. Only one more thing to say, and you know what that is, and it is prog on.